Good afternoon. My name is Poonam, and today we are going to study the topic male reproductive system. In this topic, this is a large topic which is called human reproduction. बहुत ही important topic है. इससे at least दो से तीन question आते ही हैं. So we are going to focus on male reproductive system in this session. And to start, I would like to go ahead with a brief introduction. So talking about what is reproduction. We should understand what is reproduction first. Reproduction means any organism, any organism when produces an organism similar to it to create to continue their species, that is called reproduction. तो अगर simple terms में बोले तो reproduction का मतलब होता है production of progeny. It is called production of progeny. Now, as we know that when it comes to reproduction, दो टाइप का रिप्रोडक्शन होता है. It can be of two types. First type of reproduction that we see is asexual reproduction, and second is sexual reproduction. In humans, sexual reproduction occurs, and we are going to focus on this in this chapter. So there are few basic points that we need to learn regarding the asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. See, when it comes to asexual reproduction, सबसे पहला जो point है वो ये है कि in asexual reproduction, single parent is involved. Single parent is involved. Whereas when we look at the sexual reproduction, here two parents in normal terms are involved, but actually two gametes are involved. Now, what are gametes? Gametes are sex cells which are going to form the zygote. Second point about asexual reproduction. Second point is that there is no formation of gamete. No formation of gametes. So if there is no formation of gametes, automatically there will be no fusion of gametes as well. So we can say there will be no formation of gamete, neither fertilization. But when it comes to sexual reproduction, formation as well as fertilization, you can say fusion of gametes, both will occur. Gametes, both will occur. At the end of sexual reproduction, male gamete and female gamete will fuse and form a single cell organism that is called zygote. And then zygote may convert into a unicellular organism. It can convert into a multicellular organism as well. Now, the most important point from evolutionary point of view is that when it comes to asexual reproduction, the whole process occurs through mitosis. There is no meiosis. तो वहां पे कोई भी क्रॉसिंग ओवर नहीं होता. That is why here कोई चेंज नहीं है, कोई वेराइटी नहीं क्रिएट हुई. तो यहाँ पे बनते हैं क्लोन्स. यहाँ पे क्या बनेंगे? यहाँ पे बनेंगे हमें क्लोन्स मिलेंगे. व्हाट आर क्लोन्स? Clones are organisms which are identical to each other, right? So these clones will be identical to their siblings as well as their parents as well. Now coming to sexual reproduction, this is a very important point. In sexual reproduction, the gametes are formed with the help of the process called meiosis. जब meiosis होता है, there occurs crossing over, and when crossing over occurs means there will be variation. That is why we have gone through evolution. That is why even siblings who have come from single parent look different and even different from their parents as well. So यहाँ पे सबसे important point जो आता है वो आता है कि यहाँ पे होता है variation. So here no clones are produced. Getting to the next point, now we have understood what is the basic of reproduction. Now we can go ahead with the male reproductive system. So, talking about male reproductive system, चाहे हम male reproductive बोलें या फिर हम female reproductive system बोलें, both will be divided into two parts. This is the male reproductive system. Let's see. any reproductive system, when it comes to male or whether it's female, it is divided into two parts. First is going to be the primary sex organ. These are primary sex organs. And second is secondary or accessory sex organs. See, now what is the meaning of primary sex organ? Primary sex organs are going to be the main organ jahan pe gamete formation is going to occur, where the actual gamete is going to form. That is the primary sex organ, and that is going to also produce the sex hormones or the hormones that are going to be required in the reproduction process. So in males, it is going to be testes. It is going to be testes. We are going to study in detail about this. This will also form the gamete. This is the site of gamete formation, as well as there will be hormone production. दोनों चीजें होने वाली है. Hormones like testosterone, which are very important in the process of gametogenesis, are also going to be produced in the primary sex organ as well. When coming to the axillary sex organ में basically दो parts होते हैं. This is going to be first, एक रहेगा आपका copulatory organ, that is going to facilitate the process of deposition of the sperm. Copulatory organ will be penis. Other than that, we will have glands and we will have ducts. Ducts में हमारा vas deferens, vasa efferentia, everything is going to come. When it comes to glands, there are 3 glands which are seen here. And all of these are important. Which are these 3 glands? We are going to study about the prostate gland, which is single, 1 in number. We're going to talk about the Cowper's gland, also known as bulbourethral gland, 2 in number. A pair is present. And the third is going to be seminal vesicle. Seminal vesicle. This is also present in a pair. So this is how it's going to be. This is the basic idea. Now, to understand more deeply, we will try to understand the internal structure of testes. See, a little bit introduction about the testes. Testes are present in the outer side of the abdomen. It is present in a sac-like structure which is present outside the abdominal cavity. So it is present in the scrotal sac. Scrotal sac. Although the formation of testes are going to occur inside the abdomen. Formation कहाँ पे होता है? Formation जब अपन the male child when it is in the fetus form in the early months, the formation will occur in the abdomen. Then in the 7th month of gestation, जब जो fetus है 7 months का होगा, the process of testis being descendant into the scrotal sac occurs. 7th month में आपका क्या होता है? एक्चुअल में जो टेस्टिस है वो डिसेंड होता है इनटू द स्क्रोटल सैक. नाउ इन केस द डिसेंड डज नॉट हैपन, डिसेंड नहीं हो पाया, ठीक है, द टेस्टिस इज नॉट एबल टू डिसेंड इनटू द स्क्रोटल सैक. दिस इज द कंडीशन दैट अकर्स इन इट इज अ मेडिकल कंडीशन. इट इज कॉल्ड orchitism. Now, this can be performed with the help, problem can be solved with the help of a surgery that is called archaeopexy. Next, Why? What is the reason for these testes being inside the scrotal side and outside the abdominal cavity? The process of spermatogenesis, very important one. The process of spermatogenesis requires लोअर बॉडी टेम्परेचर. बॉडी का जितना टेम्परेचर होता है उससे 2 से 3 डिग्री सेल्सियस कम चाहिए होता है फॉर द प्रोसेस ऑफ स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस. द प्रोसेस ऑफ स्पर्मेटोजेनेसिस इज अ वेरी सेंसिटिव प्रोसेस. If there is any change in the temperature or the conditions that are required, then there will be bad formation of the sperm. Either the sperm is not perfectly motile or their shape will be bad. So this is why spermatogenesis is required at a particular temperature. उसके लिए optimal conditions चाहिए. That is why it is present in the scrotal sac. Because in the scrotal sac body temperature से 2 से 3 डिग्री सेल्सियस 2 से 3 डिग्री सेल्सियस लोअर टेम्परेचर होता है. 2 to 3 degrees Celsius, 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius to be more accurate. Celsius lower temperature होता. This is very important. See, now how is the testis present inside the scrotal sac? This is the scrotal sac. This is the scrotal sac, and this is a small canal. This is a small canal. यहाँ पे अंदर में testis रहेगा, like this. Now, this canal, जिसके help से the testis will going to descend. It is called inguinal canal. In this inguinal canal, after the descent, we will also have certain blood vessels. Blood vessels भी आएंगे इधर. We will also have the vas deferens. That is the cord that is the duct that is going to take the sperm from testis to the outside copulatory organ. So after the descent, this layer, this bunch of veins, arteries, blood vessels, and the vas deferens, this makes the spermatic cord. Spermatic cord. Now, the testis is not just lying there, it is held by the scrotal sac with the help of a few tissues. These tissues, on the upside, there are some muscles present. These muscles are called Darto's muscles. Darto's muscles. On the side also, there are certain muscles which are holding the testis. These are called cremaster muscles. And lastly, in the below region, there is gubernacle. See, what is the importance of these muscles? As we know that testis is a temperature sensitive, spermatogenesis is a temperature sensitive process. So when there is cold, these muscles will contract, which will help the testis to become closer to the body. When it goes closer to the body, it can remain warm. When there is summer season, these will become relaxed. So the testes will be away from the body, and the temperature that is required will be there. So this is the importance of these muscles. Now let us look inside the longitudinal section to see where actually this formation of the sperm is going to occur. This is the testis. Okay. See, first of all, we would have an outer layer. This outer layer of the testis is called tunica vaginalis. This layer is called tunica vaginalis, outermost layer of the testis. Then we have a second layer. This layer is called tunica albuginea. This tunica albuginea forms invagination, ऐसे अंदर धस जाए जिसके कारण we get a lot of compartments. These compartments are called the testicular lobules. In single testis, there will be at least 250 to 750 testicular lobules, and each of these testicular lobules will have more of the, sorry, not 750, 250 testicular lobules तक के present रहते. Then inside they also require what? They also require blood supply. This blood supply is given by the layer called tunica vasculosa. This layer is going to be tunica vasculosa. There is one layer. This layer is tunica vasculosa. Okay, so we're done with the layers. Now understanding in the testicular lobules. In each testicular lobules, we are going to have at least at least one to three seminiferous tubules like this. These are the main site of sperm formation. यही seminiferous tubules में आपका sperm का formation होता है. Every testicular lobule can have 1 to 3 testicular lobules. So multiplied by 3, we will have 750 seminiferous tubules in a single testis. These are seminiferous tubule. Okay. Each testicular lobule is going to have at least 1 to 3. Then this duct, ये जो duct बन रही है, पहली duct, this is called tubuli recti. After this tubuli recti, all the tubuli recti from all the seminiferous tubule form a network of structure. This network बनाते हैं छोटा सा. This is called vasa recta. This is called vasa recta. Then finally, a few ducts are going to be formed, which are going to take the all the semen outside. These ducts are called vasa efferentia. Then finally, now the sperms which are made inside the seminiferous tubules are not completely matured. There is a certain process of maturation. That process of maturation and storage is going to occur inside this longitudinal structure that is called the epididymis. And फिर finally इससे आपका vast difference निकलेगा. Finally, the vas difference is going to come outside the testis and it will go to further sections. This part is called epididymis. This epididymis is used of the sperms. Next, finally, the duct that is going to take the sperms outside the testis is going to be vas deferens. So, this is the structure of longitudinal section of testis. Here we can see that there are 3 layers, and we also understood about how and where the actual sperm is going to be found. So let us take a small summary, then we can wrap up. So first we understood about the reproduction. What is reproduction? Reproduction is the process of production of new progeny. Then we also understood that there are two types of reproduction, sexual as well as asexual. In humans, sexual reproduction is going to occur. We understood that there is male reproductive system, and the male reproductive system will also have a primary sex organ and a secondary sex organ. We focus today on the testes, the internal structure of the testes, where actually the gamete formation is going to occur. Then in the testes, we saw about the spermatogenesis process. There is a requirement for lower temperature, and that is why the testes are present in the scrotal sac. Then we also understood deeply about the internal structure of the testes, where we saw there is the seminiferous tubule where the actual sperm are going to be formed. Then we saw what is the duct system. So we have gotten a basic idea. So I would like to stop here. I hope you understood. Thank you very much.